everyone and welcome back to another video. So today we have another episode of Time to Grow. If you are new to the channel, Time to Grow is a kind of, I want to say mini series, but it's been going on for 24 weeks now. So it's not really a mini series, it's just a series. I think that's the best way to describe it. It is a series of me documenting my progress and journey on my way to building some more muscle and also recovering from an eating disorder and body dysmorphia. So hence the time to grow, because we are growing muscle. We are growing in mindset. Oakley is growing in joy with chewing his chew. So I apologize for that noise. That is what Time to Grow is. That is what this episode is. We are doing a 12-week update today because it has been 12 weeks since the last one, obviously. So that means it's been 24 weeks since I started this kind of phase. So by phase, I mean actually eating some food and not letting myself go on the diet. Because if you have watched the previous 12-week update, which I will link above, I am sorry if you hear some of the same things, but it's just in case there's anyone new, I need to recap. So this kind of phase is kind of not letting myself go back on a diet, because that's kind of my main thing, where I'll say, right, it's time to put on some muscle, it's time to do it, we're gonna go, we're gonna get it, we're gonna put some muscle on. And then being like, I've put 1% of body fat on, no, let's diet. We're not doing that anymore, we're cutting it out. I'm not letting myself. And by doing this series, I am not letting myself. So that's kind of what this phase is. I have been eating in a surplus. I have been eating protein. We'll get to that in a second though. I've been doing all of the things to help put muscle on, and also been doing some stuff to try and kind of help recovery. So I thought we would go through how the last 12 weeks have been. Just for a recap, in the last 12-week update, because I had to recap myself and watch my own video. In the previous 12 weeks, I had been ill. We had moved house. Recovery hadn't been great. So from that last check-in until this one, I will go through putting on muscle first. So we have had Christmas, so I took 1 week off training for that because I felt like I needed it. It was a weird, just on the 2-3 weeks leading up to Christmas, I just didn't feel excited about my training at the minute, and I was just like, can I be bothered to go to the gym? And that is not like me at all. I love going to the gym. So it was the type of thing where I was like, I think I need a week off. And it did the world of good. I had my week off and I was ready to go by the end of it. I was like, I can't wait to get back to the gym. So it did the world of good. I haven't been as consistent as I would have liked with the 5 workouts, which is what the same happened last time. But it's much better than the first 12 weeks. I have been able to get in 5 weeks apart from the month of December, and that was because, if you're subscribed you'll know, but we had some issues. We had Vlogmas, so I had a lot going on, and then Jack started a new job where he had to go into the office 5 days a week, and we haven't had that at all since I finished uni and came back up home. So it was just, I couldn't get it in for December. I got 4 in. I think the only time I got 3 in was the week of Christmas, and something happened. Oh, I wasn't very well. I had this weird thing with my uterus. It was weird. Anyway, I only got 3 that week. But apart from that, I've been getting 4 or 5 gym sessions in. They have been feeling good. I have been pushing myself appropriately. I've been trying to stick to the 2 heavy sets and then the 2 lighter sets kind of thing, because I think I mentioned it in the last one, but I think I've been kind of lifting too heavy. I think I've been doing too much strength training rather than hypertrophy and focusing on form and stuff. So I've been forcing myself to do that and trying to not go to failure on every single set. So that's been feeling good. I have had a change of plan, workout plan, since the last one. I got bored, so I started a new plan in the new year, and I am loving it. I am really, really enjoying this new plan. I've put Bulgarian split squats back in for the first time in probably about 3 or 4 years, and I am loving them. They're bloody brilliant. I'm doing them a different way to what a lot of people say, and I love them. So I'm really looking forward to this new plan. I am feeling good about it. I feel like it's got a really good mix of everywhere in. So I'm really looking forward to this new plan. In terms of eating protein and stuff, I'm not gonna lie, my protein fell back down again. After that last check-in with you guys, it kind of went up and then on the way to Christmas it went down. We were eating a lot more takeouts. We didn't have as much social stuff as the last time, but we were eating a lot more takeouts. So in terms of protein for them, it probably wasn't the worst thing, because obviously they're a lot higher calories, so they tend to have a lot of protein in because of the things that we eat. Like we tend to go for like Nando's or pizza with, I have meat feast pizzas, so there's loads of meat on it, or like Indian, and I'll have just chicken tikka, so it tends to be quite high protein. But the meals surrounding it, just it wasn't great for protein. But ever since the new year, I have been back on top of it. I've actually been tracking my protein. I haven't been tracking my entire diet, but I've been making sure I've been hitting enough protein. And I think it was last week's upload, you saw my supplement haul. I bought a load of new protein bars and stuff to try. So my protein's back up, it's getting there. I'm feeling very optimistic. It's kind of like, I don't know, it was the type of thing where it's like the new year, new me kind of thing. That changed, and I was just like, I need to stop messing about and I need to get my protein in, because I'm killing myself in the gym for nothing if I'm not getting enough protein in. So I am feeling very good about the protein. I don't think it's going to dip back off, because I actually like everything that I'm doing now. Like that's always been the thing, like when you don't enjoy the way that you're getting your protein in, it does kind of slip off, just like, oh, I can't bother to have that shake. But the way I'm doing it, I'm actually quite enjoying, so I'm feeling good about it. So that's kind of it in terms of putting on muscle. I'm going to go through the progress pictures and physique update like what I did in the last one, but in terms of chatting through it, that's kind of probably all at the minute. In terms of recovery, again, very mixed bag. I am going through a very good time at the minute. So for the last like week or so, it's been feeling really, really good, which is really odd. But the 2 weeks before that, it was really, really bad. And I don't know, my eating, I actually think I wouldn't say I'm recovered, but I would definitely say I am very, very well on my way into recovery from my eating disorder. I don't really think about like food like that anymore. I don't worry. I'm just like, well, I need it to build muscle. It doesn't matter. And I don't really think about it. The only thing that I struggle with is tea time still. Like I really struggle with my dinners, because I think about how many calories I have for my lunch, and I'm like, I can't really have that many calories for tea. But that is getting better. I have started eating carbs with my tea, which is, I haven't done that in a long, long time. So I'm feeling good about that. And it's basically the BD that's the worst bit. And obviously you can skip over this bit if you don't want to hear about it. Please don't trigger yourself on my account. But it's the BD that's the issue, because I really feel like in these last 12 weeks I've realised how much it like warps my perception, because I can literally one day see something completely different to the next, and my body can't change that much in one day. So I understand that I'm seeing things incorrectly, but it's accepting that the good times are what it actually is. That's what trips me up. Like the bit that trips me up is just like, oh, when I feel good, I look in the mirror and I'm like, yeah, but that's not real, is it? Like I'm not seeing that correctly. That's the bit that I struggle with. And pictures I struggle with as well, unless I'm posed correctly. Pictures put me off. But I am 100% getting better with that as well, because like literally just now when I was sorting the progress pictures, I was looking back at like old progress pictures, and I was just like, you look fine. And also I'm planning like the rest of the month's kind of content. Like I think I'm up to like February now in terms of content for YouTube. And I keep going back and forth between wanting to lose weight later in the year. And I had a moment when I was planning the content, because I was thinking like, when can I bring that content in if I'm going to do it? And I was just like, but how do I justify that I want to lose weight? Because I have no reason to lose weight. Like I don't feel like I should lose weight or I need to lose weight. And I was just like, oh, that's different for me. So I do feel like it's getting better. There are still bad points, like 100%. And I feel like sometimes people can pick up on that on my YouTube videos. Like in the boyfriend rates my Christmas party outfit, that wasn't a good video for me in terms of BD, but I feel like it's getting better the majority of the time, which is kind of like the main thing. So that's kind of how all of that is going, which I'll go through the progress pictures now. I'm trying to not take forever. So we are going to go through them. I am going to go through them in the order that I made them, which is completely random. So they might seem a bit all over the place. I've also done it in a different way this time because obviously we kind of have like 3 pictures now. So I will show you first the 3 picture comparison, and then I've done another one where it's a comparison between now and 24 weeks ago. So cutting out like the last check-in. So we will do the, oh, also there is a clean backdrop for these pictures. I'm pretty proud, you know, not proud because it's always clean, but like I said in the last one, I feel like I wasn't given a very accurate representation of how clean I keep my filming rooms or dressing rooms as it now is, and I'm finally glad that you can actually see that I do keep my room quite tidy, with the exception of like my makeup that's on top of the drawers, but that stays there anyway. So let's get on to it. First one is the picture of my right side of my glutes. I don't know if I can see a huge difference between this time and last time. I think maybe my bum might have lifted a little bit more. If you look, well, we'll just look at this time and last time, and then we'll go on to the first one. I think you can see my tummy a little bit more, and I think that's it. Maybe my arms might be a little bit like bigger in terms of body fat. But I don't know if there's a huge difference. I think the only difference I can tell is maybe the phone position. But if you look at the picture of a whole, I do think there's some difference. So we'll move on to the next one where we're comparing the first and now. Again, I don't think there's a huge difference apart from my tummy. Oh, also, I found the underwear from the first pictures. I know it's annoying that the middle one is changed, but I wanted the same underwear from the first one rather than the same underwear from the last one, so we'll just ignore the middle one and how it's purple underwear. But I do feel like my bum looks a little bit lifted and a bit bigger. Not huge amounts, but a small amount, and that's enough for me. It's going to take a while for me to put on muscle. I've been lifting for like 6-7 years now, so I'm fine with that. Right, we'll move on. Next one. No, I'm going to change the order, hang on. Next one, we will stay on the topic of glutes. It is my left side and posed a bit more. Again, I don't think there's a huge amount of difference in these ones. If we look at it as a whole, the only thing I think we can see is my skin colour seems to have changed. I am not as tanned as I was. I don't know if I edited these last pictures. I don't think I did, but I haven't edited today's, so I don't know if that's why I'm looking a little bit like pale and see-through, but never mind. I actually think that my bum looks a little bit more pointier, and I know that sounds weird, but if you can see what I mean, it kind of looks like it's pointing a little bit more, so that's either fat or muscle. I'm not sure which, but I'm fine with whatever it is. If we then move on to look at now and the first ones, I think you can see better the pointiness that's a little bit different. My quads don't look a huge amount different in these ones. So yeah, we'll move on. We'll do relaxed arm front kind of one. So I'll pop it up now. The big difference in this one is my quads. I actually think from the last picture, I don't think the leg that I've got my weight down on, so my left leg, I don't know if that's going to be the same for you, I don't know how it works with flipping. My left leg doesn't look that different, but my posed leg, I actually feel like there's a lot different. Like I do feel like you can see my quads a whole lot more. My tummy, you can see that I've put on weight on my stomach from the first one, but I don't think there's a huge difference from the second one in this picture. In another picture you can tell that I've put more weight on my stomach. But yeah, I actually think that my quads have done a decent bit of growing since that last one. Fingers crossed, might all be in my head, but we're gonna hope not. Let's move on to the next one where we show the first one. Again, you can see my tummy change a lot more, and you can see my legs have grown. A lot of that is body fat. You can see that more like on the inside of my thighs, you can tell where it's body fat. But I feel like you can see my quads have definitely grown, and my delts have put more body fat on. I don't know if it's muscle, but my delts are bigger. It's either body fat or muscle, either way, it doesn't really matter. So let's move on to my arm kind of bit more posed. And again, you can see that my quads have changed a little bit more. I actually feel like my pose leg looks a little bit more toned because of the muscle that I've put on. My tummy, you can see a lot more here compared, if you look at them, like each of them, I've put a weight on my tummy. Not a huge amount, but you can see it's there. Again, my delts, I don't know if they're bigger from muscle or they're bigger from fat, but you can see my delts have changed. And I think that's the main one. We'll move on to the next. And again, you can see it's my quads, my tummy and my delts that have mainly changed. And my face. I didn't realise how skinny my face looked in that those first pictures. But yeah, they're the main differences. The only one we have left is one that I actually didn't take a picture of in the first progress pictures. So I'll pop it up now. This is the one where you can see my tummy's grown from last time, if that makes sense. So my tummy is bigger, and I know that it is bigger because my clothes are fitting a lot tighter around my tummy than last time. I'm not going to say much on that because that tends to be my trigger. So I'm going to move on. But I think you can see a difference in my arm. I don't know if it's posing different. I don't know if it's lighting. It might be. But I do actually think that my bicep looks a bit bigger and my delt looks a bit bigger, which I'm very, very pleased about because my delts is one of my main places that I want to grow. So I'm pretty happy with it. That is all of the progress pictures. So the only thing left to do is we're going to do a physique update. Again, I'm going to try and time it the same as last time. I think we will compare it to the first time because I think that's the most valuable here. So I'm going to swap cameras. I mentioned it in the last one, but if you keep going out of focus more than you have with this camera, it's because I have to swap cameras. So we will go upstairs and do a physique update. Oakley might make an appearance because it's just me with him today. So come on, little man, come on. Okay, we are here, we are up. I am going to keep pausing you. There he is. There's little man. Hey, yo. I might keep pausing. It might keep glitching because I'm going to do it more accurately this time. I'm going to film a bit that is on the video. You can see it's loaded there. And then I'm going to pause it and make sure that I go like frame by frame kind of thing. So first thing we're going to do is delts. This is the third time filming delts because Oakley keeps finding things to eat and then I did it wrong. So delts. Here we go. Again, I never feel like they pick up on camera very well. I figured out I quite like this pose and I should have done that more. But this is this arm. You could see maybe a little bit more on there, like if I do that. But yeah, delts. Okay, next up we have tummy from the front. Lighting is different, I know. It's from the side. Again, I've said before, I struggle with this, but we're gonna do it anyway. There's tummy. Then we have glutes. If I squeeze them, that is them squeezed. Try and pull that up a little bit actually because it's not very flattering. Squeezed. And then we will do the pose on this side because I can't pose on my right for some reason. Yeah, glutes. Yeah, don't have much to say about it. Right, quads, if I tense them, see they've grown a little bit more. Then from... Has he got a sock again? Then from the side, again, they kind of look the same from the side. I definitely feel like I'm doing most of my growing like on the side of my quads. There we go. And then we do bum from the back. I hate that angle, but never mind. There we go. Then I will try and show you my back again like I did on that video, but I don't think it's going to go very well. There we go. Back. Hopefully you can see that. I apologise if not. And yeah, that's kind of it. This is kind of me in my underwear, which I'm sure you all really, really want to see. But yeah, I definitely feel like the quads are the places that are growing the most. Like I feel like you can see like even then they look a little bit. And then again, if I pose, like there's definitely more definition that I didn't have at the beginning. So yes, this is me in all my glory. We are done with the physique update. So we're going to finish off that video there. I am hoping you enjoyed that. I'm hoping that I got it like frame by frame like I wanted. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I will do another 12-week update if I convince myself not to do a diet, which fingers crossed that it won't happen. But yeah, I actually feel like that 12 weeks flew over. I actually had a different time to grow planned for this week, and then when I was, like I say, I'm planning the rest of my content now, I was like, god, a 12-week update, it must be due around about now, and I looked and it's literally due this week. So yeah, I feel like it absolutely flew by. I'm hoping there will be more growth to come by the next 12-week update, but I really hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to leave a like. Time to Grow isn't the best performing videos, but I really enjoy doing them, so if you did enjoy watching it, please make sure to leave it a like. And yeah, I shall see you in the next one. Bye guys.